morning, y'all. Happy Friday. It's cold as crap out here this morning. It is. I am about froze to death. I can't believe how chilly it is. Hey, Sapphire, how you doing? I was getting ready to tell everyone to remember you in their prayers because she had surgery on her arm yesterday. Bless her heart. So y'all pray for Sapphire. Hey, Charlie Girl says, let's see who else is it. Matt, Shirley, Hibiscus, Cat's Eye, Tammy. Charlie Girl says, how y'all doing this morning? What's the temperature where you are, Cece? Okay, let me look on my phone. I got socks on. I need to put some house shoes on. I got my sweatshirt jacket on. And I'm still cold. My feet's cold. Let me get the temperature. I'm going to have to go look. Usually it displays it, my notifications. I don't want to update my weather thing. 54. It's 54 degrees here. Can you believe it? Hey, Mark, how are you doing? Thanks, y'all. Smile plate and 4 screws. My son's wedding tomorrow. What are you going to do about that, Sapphire? Well, you can message me and tell me. I hope you're not in a lot of pain. When I had that surgery on my arm, when I woke up from surgery, my freaking arm was throbbing. I hope that didn't happen to you. That crap hurts. Yeah, prayers for a speedy recovery. So we're going to see what's going on in the Gabby Petito case this morning. I've really not got to read this stuff because I've been dealing with animals all morning. I got up late. Now I had to go take care of the chickens, the goat, and then the dogs. And y'all know I had to help Smokey around. Every little thing that little dog does, I have to help him with it now. 67 in Oklahoma. I'll tell you what, I'm getting ready to turn on my daggone heat. I can't take this. Or I used to burn up all the time. But where I take blood pressure pills now I freeze. Like my feet feel like a block of ice and stuff. Okay, so let's see what's going on with the coward, Brian Laundrie. So an arrest warrant has been issued for Brian Laundrie, the 23-year-old, I'm going to say ex-fiance of Gabby Petito. The FBI's office in Denver announced Thursday Laundrie is a person of interest in the death of Gabby, whose case was recently ruled a homicide. So what he did is he used her debit card, guys, from like, I'll have to go down here and read, August 30th to September the 1st. He used $1,000. Let me read this. He got a single count indictment from the U.S. District Court of Wyoming. Alleges that from August 30th to September 1st, Laundrie knowingly and with intent to defraud used one or more unauthorized access devices, namely Capital One Bank debit card and a personal identification number for Capital One Bank's account. Through that illegal conduct, the indictment alleges Laundrie obtained things of value aggregating, I think it says that, to $1,000 or more. What in the hell was he buying? All he had to buy was some damn gas and stuff. What in the hell did he buy? Also, we need to read an article because another woman has come forward saying she gave Brian a ride. And he was acting all weird. The charging document does not mention Gabby by name, and the FBI said only that the warrant was related to Mr. Laundrie's activities following the death of Gabrielle Petito. While this warrant allows law enforcement to arrest Brian, the FBI and our partners across the country continue to investigate the facts and circumstances of Miss Petito's homicide. FBI Denver Special Agent in Charge, Michael Schneider, I think it says that, said in a press release Thursday. We urge individuals with knowledge of Mr. Laundrie's role in this matter or his current whereabouts to contact the FBI. Okay, so and his lawyer, Stephen Bertolino, he said that he was not going to comment on this arrest warrant until Brian was arrested. Laundrie, okay, that's what it said. Laundrie's family attorney, Stephen Bertolino, emphasized to CBS News he believes Laundrie's arrest warrant is related to activities occurring after the death of Gabby Petito and not related to her actual demise. Duh. Duh, buddy. Don't take a genius to figure that out. He killed her and then he used her debit card. I can't stand that attorney, Stephen Bertolino. Okay, so the FBI is focusing on locating Brian, and when that occurs, the specifics of the charges covered under the indictment will be addressed in the proper forum, Bertolino said. Nobody cares what he says. Investigators are currently searching for Laundrie in Florida's Carlton Reserve, where police are using airboats, drones, ATVs, and the Sarasota Mobile Command Unit, according to CBS affiliate WINK. Wink. Police searched the home of Laundrie's parents for 8 hours Monday, collecting evidence on his whereabouts. They also brought the Mustang back. I believe it was yesterday. They brought the Mustang back. Okay. So we know what happened. We know he returned home without Gabby. Then her body was found. We don't need to read that. At least they got some kind of arrest warrant for him, you know? Okay, now let's go to read about this new witness. Because like I said, I've not got to really read all this stuff. I was busy this morning. I just saved it to read with y'all. I kind of glanced at this one a little bit. Hold on, let me get a drink of coffee. Excuse me. I got to quit smoking. Y'all can't breathe. I got smoker's cough. Goodness gracious. Okay, a second woman has come forward to say she picked up hitchhiking Brian Laundrie on August 29th and that he tried to get out of the moving car. He's a complete freaking weirdo freak psycho. Moving car when she gets to the Spread Creek dispersed camping area where he'd asked to be taken. He'd asked to be taken there. She gets there, and instead of waiting for her to stop, he tries to jump out of the car. The first woman, Miranda Baker, posted a series of TikTok videos saying she and her boyfriend picked him up at about 5:30 p.m. on that day, but dropped him off a few minutes later when he became unnerved about their destination. Okay, I'm going to try to say this woman's name. Norma Jean Jalvik told Fox News that she realized after seeing Baker's videos that she too had picked up Laundrie about 45 minutes after Baker's reported ride. On August 29th was 2 days after Laundrie's girlfriend Gabby was heard from. Her body was found in the Spread Creek camping area on Sunday. Norma Jean said that she spontaneously decided to attend Mass at the Chapel of the Sacred Heart in Grand Teton National Park on August 29th at 5 p.m. After the service, she drove past Jackson Lake Dam, where Baker said she dropped Laundrie off when he freaked out about going to Jackson and saw a man walking backward with his thumb out. I picked him up, Norma Jean said. Something just said, hey, ask him where he's going. He asked her if she was going to Jackson, and when she said she wasn't, he asked if she could take him to Spread Creek. On the 20-minute drive, he told her he had a fiance, had been camping near Snake River, and had seen elk and moose, but no bison. Similar to his conversation with Baker, she asked if he needed gas money, and he replied no. When she arrived at the entrance to the Spread Creek camping area, Laundrie told her to drop him off at the gate. Jalvik told Fox that she told him she could drive him inside, and that's when he tried to get out while her vehicle was moving. Oh, he didn't want her to take him all the way, probably because he didn't have Gabby buried yet. Jalvik cracked a joke about trying to impress his fiance by hiking and rather than hitchhiking a ride, but his response was to insist on being let out of the vehicle. Jalvik, like Baker, said that she had spoken with police about her encounter. The van Laundrie and Petito had been traveling in since June 2nd was seen on August 27th by travel vloggers Red, White, and Bethan or something, who said the vehicle was dark and no one was around as they passed it. Okay, an arrest warrant issued for Laundrie on Thursday said he used the debit card and PIN numbers to fraudulently access to Capital One Bank. We know that. We know that. He not only killed her, he sold her damn money. What about that? Little piece of shit. What was he out doing? Hitchhiking. Trying to set up an alibi? And I believe the reason he tried to jump out of this vehicle and didn't want her to drive him all the way up there is because Gabby's laying inside that van, maybe dead. Maybe she's laying in the woods dead. Who knows? But I believe that's the reason. Little freak. I think O'Brien pretended to be nicey nice in front of everybody, but I think he was nothing but an old prick. That's what I think. Hey, Rocky Renee. Hey, everyone I missed. I've been reading and running my mouth. Gosh, I can't stand this guy, guys. Hey, Margie. I know he's not been charged or convicted, but we know common sense. He did something to her. Y'all want to hear something interesting? Besides this new witness, when he left his parents' house, he did not take his cell phone or his wallet. And one of Gabby's friends said, let me get that article, said that Brian was well versed with surviving in the wilderness. And that one time he survived 17 days, something like that, in the wilderness on cheese and crackers and peanut butter. Is that really surviving in the wilderness if you got crackers with you? Not really. Little puss. I can't stand that son of a bitch. Okay. So his family fears that he might have went off and killed himself. He didn't go kill himself. I first thought that. Maybe he did go off and kill himself. No, I think somebody is helping him hide, y'all. Judith is such a coward, typical for a narcissist. I know. He reminds me of the cowardly lion. Hey, Ginger Locks. Let me look at the chat for a minute. Let me say what? It's a crying shame. Yeah, but why would he be on the run? He can't exactly use a bank card or cell phone. Yeah, that was smart of him to leave that behind. I believe he's got somebody helping him. Ha, CC, cracked me. Hey, I hope they find him in a big belly of a freaking snake or something. I know that's awful for me to say, but guys, what if this was our child he done this to? You know? And all these people running their mouth about John Walsh, saying he shouldn't go hunt for him because, he's not been charged for anything or convicted. Hey, if that was your kid, I bet you want John Walsh to go hunt for him. Guaranteed. I know I would. Supposedly his parents and family have access to yachts and money. They've probably done sold him out. They've probably done sold him to Argentina or some damn where. I'm telling you. I mean, he come home, mowed his parents' lawn, allegedly, went for a bike ride with his mom. All the while he knowed he'd murdered Gabby. All the while his mom and dad knowed Gabby didn't come back from that trip. Maybe he told them some big bull crap lie, like she took off with somebody or something, left him for somebody else. Who knows? I know if that was my son, I'd be dragging him by the ear to the police station to give up what happened to Gabby, even though I love him. Have you seen the warrant info, CC? I can see it. Yeah, it's in the warrant. Thank you, girl. It's in that one article I have. Does it say something weird? I don't want to have to read that whole thing. I'm lazy. Some of them damn words I can't pronounce on those warrants. Does it say something weird in it? I mean, really, guys, he robbed her. I know they might have been together and shared funds and stuff, but after he murdered her, that's out the window, Sharon. You know what I mean? He robbed her. That's what I think about it. Okay, let me find this other thing. Then why did they ignore her parents when they know she lived at her house and she doesn't have her stuff? True. That's true. It's a crime shame. I was just trying to think of possible scenarios like he might have told them. I think they're just, I don't think they really care about Gabby. All they care about is their son. And I get unconditional love. I have a son, my only child. I love him with everything in me. I give him my last breath of air. But I couldn't let him hurt somebody else's child and know about it and not do anything. Because I wouldn't want somebody to hurt my child and somebody to remain silent. You know, we never know what we'll do until we're in somebody's shoes, but I know myself pretty good, and I just couldn't stand by and let my son remain silent. They gave him some money, and he's out. They gave him some cash. Seems most stuff was hers in the van, debit cards. Everything looked like it was hers. The tattoos on Gabby's changed and sometimes not there. Tattoo marker in my... Oh, really? I didn't notice that, cat's eye. Yeah, she could have been using some kind of marker or temporary tattoo. I wonder if they put Gabby's belongings in that shed. That is why the FBI was looking inside the shed. A good possibility. Oh, something else. He allegedly went camping with his parents when they went camping. Can y'all believe that crap? No, they was plotting his getaway, I'd say. Hey, Cindy. He had some scary drawings that he drew, evil looking. He's a complete weirdo. He tries to act like a nice guy in front of everybody, but he's not. Look the way he treated that waitress. Let me see. I was looking for something. Right here. I need to find that other article that Gabby's friend gave an interview, and she was talking about how he was well versed to survive in the wilderness. I don't think he went into the Carlton Reserve, guys. I think that car was parked there and or whatever, just to throw off authorities. Okay, Gabby Petito's boyfriend, Brian Laundrie, didn't take his wallet or cell phone with him when he left his home in Northport, Florida on September 14th. So he's been gone for how many days? About 10? The unidentified source reportedly told Chris Como that they are close to the family and that Laundrie's parents were concerned for his welfare after he left the personal items behind. Hey, were y'all concerned with Gabby's welfare when he came home from a cross-country road trip without her? Huh. 3 days after Petito was reported missing. So he has been gone since, allegedly, 3 days after she was reported missing, which was on September 11th. And that was what, like on a Sunday, right? And then he left his house like, I believe it's on a Tuesday. Friday, investigators are continuing an ongoing search of the 25,000-acre nature reserve. I don't believe he's there. Northport Police Public Information Officer Josh Taylor declined to comment on new information. I cannot give any statement to a timeline at this time. The investigation is being conducted by the FBI, Taylor told CNN. Okay, so just goes on to say a medical examiner positively identified the remains as Gabby's. Manner of death is homicide. Cause of death, we don't know yet. Pending a full autopsy. Okay, how come he was using Gabby's debit card? Didn't he have his own damn debit card? Little sorry ass. Probably didn't even have a freaking job. Probably living off Gabby. The taxpayers in Florida are probably pissed off using all these resources looking for him. Hey, they had like a big old tank looking thing out in the swamp riding it like the military have. I don't know what you call it. I think I just read about it and said the name. Mobile, I can't remember the name. But one of those big old army things. I don't think he's in there. Meanwhile, no reserve for him other than leaving the car there. Yep. The reserve is a smokescreen. I agree, Mark. I agree. Just like, he sent that text to Gabby's mom allegedly. Trying to throw her off. Probably the same thing at the Carlton Reserve. He just had that car parked there to throw him off. And I believe his mom and dad knows exactly where he's at. I can't believe those people. I really can't. CC sounds like you have a rooster. Oh my gosh, yes. His name, Lucky 13. His name is Sonny. He came to my house, took up with me. Then he turned psycho on me. After I got him some sister wives, I got him some hens. And I also have a dwarf goat. Her name is Annabelle. She's awesome. Okay, what else have we got going on? Let me look and see. Oh, I wanted to find that article about him surviving in nature. I don't believe it. I don't believe that weirdo can survive out in the wilderness. He's too big of a puss. Excuse my language. Let me see if I can find that. I can't remember who wrote that. Maybe it was the Daily Mail. Brian Laundrie may be on the run in the woods on the Appalachian Trail after posting a route map online. Sleuths claim. Oh, we don't care what the sleuths claim. Brian Laundrie is living in hell if he's indeed in Carlton Reserve, survival expert says. Okay, right here it is. Brian Laundrie, well versed in surviving in the wild. I'd have to see it to believe it. I don't believe this little wuss can survive in the wild. Too big of a mama's boy. You know, there's nothing wrong with being a mama's boy to a certain extent. But a lot of these mama boys turns out to be complete freaking psychos. Oh, there's a little kid. Hey, kitty cat. Hold on a minute, guys. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Don't you be trying to catch my chipmunks. That's what he's doing. Going to try to catch my little chipmunks. Weirdo. That's the only thing I don't like about cats. Like they try to they catch birds and one time I heard something on my porch and one of the feral cats I guess had been sitting here hunting on my porch. I came outside and the cat was down off the porch in the yard with the squirrel hanging in its mouth. The squirrel was not moving. There's no way I could have caught up to it. Okay. Brian Laundrie, who is being hunted by police in connection to girlfriend Gabby's death, is well versed in surviving long periods of time in the wild, a former co-worker told the New York Post. Mr. Laundrie could prove hard to find. He once bragged to co-workers that he survived just on crackers for 6 weeks while camping, the co-worker said. He was probably lying. He's probably blowing up an onion sack. In the conversation about hiking, Brian talked about the longest time he spent in the woods was 6 weeks and bragged about only having a large pack of either cheese or peanut butter crackers to sustain him for that time. That's not surviving in the wild. Surviving in the wild is going in there without anything. Surviving off nature. Not taking freaking crackers with you, your mommy packed. Hold on a minute. The cat's down the chipmunk's hole. I'm going to have to do something. It's looking at me. It knows I don't want it there. Okay, it's leaving. He is well versed and spent a long time in the woods and living off nearly nothing, they said. Well, that's not really roughing it. Surviving off nature, taking crackers with you. Photos of Mr. Laundrie's Instagram page show him renovating Miss Petito's White 2012 for transit van, including adding solar panels and images of the couple camping. Mr. Laundrie's post also indicated a love for outdoors and solitude. Really? Solitude? Really? Zion is proof that mankind can ruin anything, even in an effort to preserve it, he wrote on a July 18th Instagram post from Zion National Park in Utah. Beautiful park, just with an unfortunate infestation of human beings. Infestation of human beings? Oh my God. He is such a weirdo. I noticed him. I was on their TikTok this morning and we can take a look at it. But he had this little thing. It's not a banjo. It's not a ukulele. It's something else. I don't know what it is. I'll show it to you guys. And he's playing it, acting like he's all, one with the universe and stuff. Freaking weirdo. Okay, meanwhile, let's see. Tension between Mr. Laundrie and Miss Petito during their trip became evident in Utah, where police questioned the couple over an alleged domestic incident. People are criticizing those cops and complaining about them. But, they didn't know that he was going to go off and kill her. The cops cut him a break because they were on a cross-country trip and they were young. And they just thought it was a little cat fight. They didn't want to have to arrest them, and them out of state and stuff. I do wish that they would have cuffed and stuffed them that day. They probably would have, after that, canceled their road trip and been back home. But he probably would have still, even if that had happened, guys, he probably still would have murdered her eventually because he's just got it in him. I believe he snapped down her and strangled her or either bludgeoned her to death. That's what I think. I'm wondering, was she buried? Was she on top of the ground? Like what? Let's see what else is going on. I hope he is living in hell. And if he really is on the Appalachian Trail, I hope a bear eats him. Be good enough for him what he done to Gabby. Let me catch up here. Complete nut. His parents must be weirdos too. Meanwhile, please hit the like if you haven't. Oh, thank you. Brian faked him out with his innocent routine. Yeah, he did. He faked them out, the cops, and, actually, Gabby got most of the blame. Like, she was the aggressor. The 911 caller said that he was slapping Gabby. Brian had a different side to him when no one was around that really knew him. You know what I mean? When he was around Gabby's parents and stuff, he was all nicey nice in front of friends, in front of cops. But look how he treated that waitress, allegedly. Making her cry, cussing her out, going in the restaurant about 4 different times, keep going at her just because of the bill. Benjamin, they're normal people who celebrated Christmas and made Vine videos. Yeah. Well, you never know what goes on behind closed doors, Ryan. The book is called Lullaby. The book was shown on his Instagram pictures. Let's go to their TikTok while I'm sitting here. I got the link. Hold on. Gosh, I hope it don't ask me to sign in because I can't remember my password. I'm so bad for that, guys. I finally got my Cash App card in the mail, and I don't know how to get into the Cash App. I've done forgot the damn password. Let's see. Let me screen share. The main character was a nihilistic environmentalist. Really, Ryan? Do y'all think he was abusive to Gabby, like physically? Look at this. He's got some kind of ukulele. It's not a ukulele, guys. We're going to mute the music because YouTube will make me trim it out. And when I have to do that, then the chat's gone. See that? What is that? Somebody please tell me what that is. Look how neat she had everything set up. Bless her heart. Look at that little piece of crap. Can't help but these were in the draft folder, and he posted as it the same views intent as in July. Look at him. He looks just like Chris Watts, don't he? Chris Watts has more hair. Can y'all believe people find Chris Watts attractive? Like, oh my God. I would have never gave Chris Watts the time of day. See what else is going on. He's rock climbing without any ropes. Oh, Lord, I've lost my cigarettes. How did I lose my cigarettes, y'all? Okay. Let's see. Let's watch this one. Look at him playing that little thing. Such a little weirdo. There's nothing wrong with playing instruments, but he's not all kumbaya, you know. Oh my God, that woman down at the office is on the phone again. She got the biggest mouth. Her mouth is bigger than the damn Grand Canyon. Never heard anybody talk that loud on the phone. Poor old Gabby. So cute. Okay. I hate I have to turn off the music. Look at this, guys. Look at all the pictures she had of them. All her pictures, everything needs to go to her family. Everything that belonged to her, including that van. I don't know if the van was paid for or not, but if it was, it needs to go to her family. If it wasn't, maybe they want to pay it off. Keep it. Who knows? Okay. It's cool that she's got pictures like that. Let's see this. So pretty. Look how pretty her hair is. See, I see a tattoo right there. She looks a lot like my niece, Sadra. Their bodies are built the same. They got the same hair going on. Such a beautiful young lady. See what this one is. Mostly music in their TikTok. They don't do a lot of talking. Oh, there's little Puss Boy. Spotted a water bottle. Oh, he's concerned about the environment, but not concerned about what he did to Gabby, huh? What about you, you little freak? Looks like around here. Okay. Oh, how cute. I miss having chicks. Oh. She's an animal lover. Sweet Gabby. Road trip from New York all the way to California. This is when they left. Hold on a minute, guys. No, Ladybug. No. I'll be in a minute, baby. Can't let Lady out here because Big Mouth's on the phone down there, talking loud as hell. I saw this video. She looks so cute, like she was having fun in this video. So, traveling across the California coast. Looks nice. It looks like they were having fun until, like, I guess they started traveling back and visiting the other states, maybe. Let's see, what else do we got? Let's watch this one. I can't stand to look at that ugly thing. God almighty, I can't stand him. Okay, here's somebody, Shane Officially. He does remind me of Chris Watts. Thank you. Thank you. Somebody else. He reminds me so much of Chris Watts. The sweet, innocent girl. So sad. See, I knew it wasn't just me. Did you see the book she was reading? A book about a serial killer. A lot of people are into that. I've been, when I was real young, I read a true crime book. Let's see. I read Little Lost Angel, Shonda Sherry's story, and then I read about, oh my gosh, Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker. So that's not that uncommon. A lot of people are into true crime, serial killers. Did we watch this one? It's hard to watch him around her for me, kissing her and stuff, knowing, he murdered her. This must be the sand dunes where Chris Watts went too, with Nicole Kessinger. Let's see. Great Sand Dunes National Park. I mean, that looks like fun, but it looks like it's probably hot as hell out there. And, oh gosh, you'd be covered in sand and stuff. I don't know if I like that or not. I don't see no trees around, anything like that. That don't look like my cup of tea. Okay. Now I'm going to see what y'all are saying. I'm done running my mouth here. Yeah, so that is where he went. Okay, that was a mandolin. Thank you, Mark David. It's a mandolin. It's a cool instrument. I like things like that. I believe they used to use those back medieval times. I believe they had those. And it's cool, but it's not cool that he plays it. Actually, I have 2 ukuleles. Well, one's actually Mark's. The blue one's actually mine, but I can't play it. He reminds me of Chris Watts, Alec Minison. I don't know that name. Weird. Brian's middle name is Christopher. Is it better to be different? Hey, Hope, human on planet Earth. Hey, welcome. I just think he's a complete weirdo. And maybe I shouldn't say, I hope a snake eats him or an alligator. That's just the way I feel about it. Because I feel like if they do arrest him, charge him with murder or whatever, he's not going to talk. He's not going to tell what really happened. Meemaw, did he play it? Yeah, it looked like in the video, Meemaw, he was playing the mandolin. I guess that's how you pronounce it. Broken Justice, you made it. I'll give you a late slip. We'll check in and see what's going on with the search. Do you think he's in the reserve, though? No, I do not, Ryan. I do not think he's in the nature reserve. I could be wrong. It could be. But I think it's just like Mark said earlier in the chat, it's like a smoke screen. I think his mom and dad is helping him. I really do. Hey, Carolina girl. Girl, I've been meaning to message you. Thank you for the PayPal the other day. I appreciate that so much. Gayla, checking in, Sacramento. Hello, everyone. I'd love to go to Sacramento, San Francisco. I want to go to LA, Max Factor Museum. I think that's in Hollywood. Okay, let's go over and see what's going on at the Carlton Reserve. See if anybody's live about it. Tampa Bay 10 is. Oh gosh, authorities provide an update on deadly Tennessee Kroger shooting. When the hell did this happen? Investigators are back at the scene Friday morning as they continue to piece together what led to the mass shooting at a Krogerville in Collierville Thursday afternoon. Did I say Krogerville? At Kroger store. Jesus. I'm losing it, y'all. Okay, let me see. I'm trying to find us a stream to see what's going on. Let me type in the name. We know they're back out there this morning. I don't know why I want to check in on it. There's nothing going on. Here's a little video we can listen to. Let me screen share it. See what's going on. I think they'll eventually get him if his parents didn't help him get out of the freaking country.
Brian Laundrie, the sole person of interest in the Gabby Petito case.
Gabby was found dead last weekend and her death ruled a homicide. Marco Villarreal joining us live this morning from Northport with what this means for the case. Good morning, Marco.
Hey, good morning. You know, all of this started off as a search, right? It has been for the past several days here, a search for that missing Brian Laundrie, but now it's turned into a manhunt as the FBI has issued this arrest warrant for him. And that arrest warrant coming out of Denver office of the FBI. And they say the U.S. District Court of Wyoming, they issued that federal arrest warrant for him on Wednesday. A grand jury indictment says that Laundrie used a debit card and PIN number for 2 bank accounts to spend more than $1,000 between August 30th and September 1st. The warrant is connected to the death of Gabby Petito. Now, we spoke with attorney Brian Camareno, who says the warrant is a means of getting Laundrie into custody.
And he's still not a suspect when it comes to the death. But when it comes to this credit card, so now he's a wanted individual. So now they can actively search for him, arrest him, use reasonable force if they have to.
And back out here live, as you're looking at the home of the Laundrie family, you see the Ford Mustang there. That's Brian's vehicle. That's the car that the Laundrie family says he drove to Carlton Reserve, which is a few miles away from here. And then that was the last time he was seen. Right now is where several law enforcement agencies are now at that reserve, starting their search again for Brian. We'll let you know if anything comes out of that as we monitor things out there and right here. For now, reporting.
Welcome. We are over the Carlton Reserve. This is the site of this manhunt for Brian Laundrie.
Well, check out these videos, guys.
An FBI fugitive. They are looking for him. What we can tell you now is we're over this area, and a little bit of new news. Earlier this week, they put up a temporary flight restriction, or a TFR. What that is they controlled the airspace. It had been up to 400 feet. And what that was for, the 400 feet, was for drones to fly, because the media and other people are flying drones, and they're flying drones, so they don't want them in the same airspace. Well, what they did today is they raised it up to 1,200 feet. I don't know how to read into that, because we have been fine flying because we're in communication if any law enforcement aircraft are here. And every time we've been here, we've only seen the Sarasota Sheriff helicopter one time. So we're now up at about 1,500 feet looking at the search area. And I'm going to give you, and the good thing is now you get a pretty wide lay of the land of what's going on. Here is their command center. This is where they meet. This is where they discuss to decide where they're going to center their coverage. So they're arriving at the scene now. They'll have a meeting probably around 9 o'clock, 9:30, and decide where they're going to go off to. Then they move off into the wooded area. There's another area right over here, just where they park vehicles, and they've been meeting here. They've been arriving and getting ready for the meeting now.
Well, from missing person to wanted man, the FBI has issued a warrant now for Brian Laundrie after he was indicted by a federal grand jury.
And Amy, this
Parents meeting with another attorney, guys.
Another day searching thousands of acres of swampland for any sign of Brian Laundrie. Fox 35's Amanda McKenzie joins us live now in studio this morning with the very latest. What a fascinating story and case this is, Amanda. And we do know that Laundrie's parents, they were here in Orlando yesterday.
And that's right, Danielle and Amy. Yes, Laundrie's parents were here to meet with their attorney. It's not clear what they spoke about or why they met in Orlando. The indictment against their son, now labeling him a federal fugitive, only reveals a sliver of information in the case. It says he committed fraud by using a debit card that he allegedly was unauthorized to use. It says he took out at least $1,000 and that the money moved across state lines. Gabby Petito's last text from her phone was sent August 27th. The indictment says the card was used on the 30th, and he returned home sometime on September 1st. The indictment doesn't specify if it was Gabby's card, but legal analyst Anthony Rickman suspects that for it to become part of an indictment in this case, prosecutors are trying to establish a timeline.
You use a card, use an ATM, there's a camera associated with it. So we're going to see most likely his image while he's using that card. That's going to help law enforcement.
16 agencies have sent 75 officers into the swamp of eastern Sarasota County to search 25,000 acres of Carlton Reserve. Laundrie's Mustang had been there before his parents said he went hiking. Once he is found, the arrest warrant says he will go before a U.S. magistrate. The Laundrie family attorney said that the charge he faces is for something that occurred after Gabby's death. In cases like these, it is common for agencies to charge someone with a lesser crime to get them in custody while they build a bigger case on more serious charges. We are still awaiting the official autopsy results for Gabby Petito.
First up here at 10 o'clock, we have some new developments.
Just listen to this one, guys.
Indicted, not in connection with Gabby's homicide, but on a fraud charge. And it's a federal fraud charge at that. He's the fiance, of course, of Gabby Petito, and the only person of interest in the case surrounding her death. According to a grand jury, we learned this today, between August 30th and September 1st, they believe Laundrie used a debit card belonging to someone else, spending at least $1,000 or more. This comes as law enforcement spent a fifth day searching thousands of acres of swampland for any sign of him. Fox 13's Evan Axelbank is live again at the Laundrie home in Northport, where there was a little bit of movement today. Evan.
Well, the indictment only reveals a sliver of information in a case with loads of questions. His family met with an attorney today, and we know that when Brian Laundrie is captured, he'll have to meet a judge.
The indictment against Brian Laundrie is a single count and says he committed fraud by using a debit card to take out over $1,000.
Putting the PIN number in, he had no permission to do it. He used her credit card without her consent.
The indictment does not specify it was Gabby's, but legal analyst Anthony Rickman suspects that for it to become a part of an indictment in a case of this magnitude, prosecutors are trying to establish a timeline for both Gabby and Brian. Her phone's last text was sent August 27th. We know he returned home sometime September 1st. This says the card was used on the 30th.
You use a card, use an ATM, there's a camera associated with it. So we're going to see most likely his image while he's using that card. That's going to help law enforcement.
But where is he?
Think they'll get him by the end of the weekend? I don't know. I don't know what to think about it. I don't know if they'll get him or not. I don't think he's in the Carlton Reserve. I do think his family's covering for him. Benjamin said, we would do the same for our son. It's hard to say what you would do, until you're in someone's shoes, but I cannot see myself covering for my son if he came home from a road trip without his girlfriend that had been living with us for 2 years. But I know it's easy for me to sit here and judge. They need to raise the reward fund. How much is the reward fund? I don't think he's in the reserve either. Parents lied. Yeah. I think the car was just parked there. Allegedly, the police left a note on that car. His mom and dad seen the note when they went to the Carlton Reserve. That the note was like the car needed to be moved. But they didn't move it right then and there. They went back home. They said they left it there thinking he might come out and need a ride home. When he didn't come back, then they went back and got the car. It's $20,000. Yeah, it needs to be higher. They're only there looking for a gun. Did he own a gun? He didn't. I mean, to me, he doesn't seem like the type that would own a gun, but I could be wrong. They were going on a cross-country trip. Maybe he did have a gun for protection. Not in the swamp, they won't. Deflection from the parents, in my opinion. Yeah, okay, so Gabby didn't come home with your son, and then y'all just leave for a camping trip? That is so weird. I think the parents brought him somewhere when the neighbors saw them leave for a camping trip sometime after he returned on the 1st. Yes, Alexandra. There is a farce. He is nowhere near the Carlton. By this time, he is far away. Yeah, I mean, he's got how many days ahead of him? About 10? Yes, he had a gun. There's a picture of it in his bedroom. Wow, Smoky Blizzard. Wow, that's interesting. He just seems like by the Instagram and TikTok kumbaya, one with the universe type of person. I didn't think he would own a gun, but you never know about people. Has anyone said anyone about footage of back door of vans shutting? Oh, I haven't heard about that, Grant. I think that when Brian got the rides with the woman and her boyfriend and the other woman that come forward and said she gave him a ride, I think Gabby's body must have been in that van or laying out somewhere, because according to the new witness that came forward, she was going to drive him all the way up to where, they was parked at, and he wasn't having it. He was trying to jump out of the vehicle. There was some reason he didn't want her to drive him all the way up there. Gabby's body was probably in that van or laying out. Yes, told you he had a gun. I've done my research. Wow. There's a picture of Gabby holding the gun on her Instagram. Oh, I didn't see that. There's nothing wrong with holding it. A lot of people have guns, you know. He didn't seem like the type that would be gun owners, but, you know, what do I know? He didn't want a witness to the location of the van. True, probably. Yeah, that makes sense. That's why I like talking to y'all. Y'all make me think outside the box. And I had no clue that they had a gun. I should have went through their Instagram better, but I didn't. I got my hands full, guys, with my dog being blind and everything. I can't true crime it like I used to. You know, it takes a lot of my time. Here comes a vehicle. Oh, it's Mark returning home with my mail. Well, guys, it has been fun this morning. I'm going to get off here. I got to go check on my dog, make sure he's not got up from sleeping. Hold on a minute. Make sure he's not got up from sleeping and standing in a corner somewhere. If there's any updates, I will come back on here and do a live stream. Hell, y'all probably know about the updates before I do. But anyways, y'all pray for Gabby's family and for those of y'all that pray. And let's pray that they find Brian, because we need justice for Gabby. There's a wiretap on all the phone. It was leaked. Really, Grant? Interesting. I'm going to go back through their Instagram and take a look at the gun and stuff. Anyways, y'all have a good Friday. Y'all be safe. Y'all be seeing me again this weekend. Maybe this evening, maybe tomorrow. I'm not sure yet. It's just according to what's going on here. Anyways, be safe, be kind, and peace.